Hey, I've made a really crude rig here to think outside my head about adding a wing plate to an outboard with cable steering, particularly in my case 1500 tunnel hull vintage 1970s stuff here. Might be obvious to some of you guys. At me, I needed to make something here just to play with some mounting locations of the cable to the wing plate for and after the swivel point. This will be your cockpit area. And obviously, this is a crude wing plate outboard swivel point. So the first one I'm going to show swivel point here and the mounting locations in front of the swivel point. Get one wrap here. Let's make her work. This thing will move freely in a small amount, but it's starting to tighten up. It's tightening up there, tightening up. So now let's move it back even. Move the mounting point back here even with the swivel. This might be obvious, but I got to work through it in my head sometimes. Now we've got much more fluid movement. It's not really loosening or tightening. It might loosen up a little bit, but this is pretty rudimentary. Now let's move behind the swivel point. See what happens here. A little twist in her. Let's try it out. Now it's loosening up. So what I'm finding, if I'm mounted in front of the swivel point, I'm tightening up when I'm turning. If I'm behind the swivel point, I'm loosening up and turning, and when I'm on the swivel point, obviously it is the best. The reason I'm doing this is because you have your swivel point and you have trim. You know, I'm trying to figure out which is more important. Do you want your trim swivel point spot on, left front to rear, or your steering? Because your steering pin and your trim pin are in two different locations. So you make a happy medium between your trim pin up here and here, or do you just put it spot on with your steering pin and not worry so much about your trim, because your trim probably won't throw much deflection. That's it.